He has already paid $70 million in claims and is now, as we've been reporting, committing to hand over another $20 billion to a third party. Republican Senator George LeMieux met with the president yesterday in Florida and is joining us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, thanks for standing by with us as we await the president. Are you satisfied with what is being reported so far and confirmed by all of our correspondents that this will be a $20 billion escrow fund? You were one of the original proponents of it, something that I think you requested in a letter to BP all the way back on May 11th.
Yeah, that's right, Andrea. If this is the case and what you're reporting is accurate, and I'm sure it is, I think this is a great achievement. And I've been critical of the president in a number of ways on this disaster, but I will give credit where credit is due. If they get the $20 billion for this fund and those claims are going to be made available to people in the Gulf states and my home of Florida, people who've lost business 40, 50, 60% down from where they were last year, that's going to be great. And having a third-party administrator, I think, is the right way to go. So that will be part of the solution for this disaster. And if it's true, I tip my hat to the president.
What other issues did you raise with him when you were with him in Florida yesterday?
Well, Andrea, the number one thing I'm concerned about is still the fact that this oil is off our shores. It's looming off of Pensacola. There is a spill of oil that is 2 miles wide and 40 miles long that's right off the coast of Pensacola. It could come on the shore today. It is a heavier oil than what we've seen before. It's not merely this sheen. In fact, it appears to come up off of the middle or the bottom of the ocean in part of this plume. I want to see more skimmers off the coast of Florida. As of yesterday, we only had 32 skimmers off of Florida's coast. That's not acceptable. Admiral Allen tells us there's 2,000 skimmers. I brought this issue up with the president, 2,000 skimmers available in the United States. We need more of those there. Every day, those skimmers should be sailing towards the Gulf of Mexico. Foreign help is needed. There's some misunderstanding as to whether or not we're getting foreign help. The State Department yesterday said that we've turned down requests, 21 offers of help from 17 different countries. I want to see every skimmer available. I want to see the president to remain engaged. And he got this done today, needs to continue to be involved so that we keep that oil from coming ashore.
I gather you were tweeting yesterday that there were only 32 of the 2,000. Why only 32? Our own Mark Potter was off Pensacola Beach, and you could see nothing out there. I mean, there were no vessels out in the water.
Andrea, it is beyond belief that there can only be 32 skimmers. That's like me and my buddies finding 32 skimmers and going out in the Gulf of Mexico. That's not what you expect from the federal government. You expect a more robust response. That's why it's good for the president to be in the Gulf, to, when he hears things like that I brought up yesterday, for him to turn to Admiral Allen and say, we need more skimmers, which is what he did. And I'm going to be on the watch for that, and we're going to be on skimmer watch. And every day I'm going to be going to the floor of the Senate saying, okay, today there's 50, today there's 100. I hope those numbers go up. And just like I did at the beginning of your broadcast, if the president delivers on this too, I'll be the first person to commend him.
Senator, one thing comes to mind, with all due respect to the Coast Guard and Admiral Allen, who are doing a terrific job. Why not bring in the Navy? If the Coast Guard is overwhelmed, why not bring in more resources? And again, to the point of why the State Department has been so slow about getting in this foreign aid. They initially said that they were rejecting requests. Then they put out a statement the other day saying they've accepted some offers from 17 countries. And there's total confusion coming out of the State Department on this.
Well, that's why we need the president to lead. I mean, we've got a bunch of different agencies of government, from Homeland Security to Interior to NOAA to the Coast Guard. We need the president leading those meetings. And look, when the CEO, the commander-in-chief, is there and he is saying, you told me there was going to be more skimmers. Why aren't there more skimmers? Guess what? You get more skimmers. And that's what leaders do. We've seen it in Florida with leaders like Governor Bush during our hurricanes. I was in those meetings with him back in 04 and 05 when we had all our hurricanes. And he would press people for results. Governor Christ is doing that now in Florida. Governor Jindal in Louisiana. We need the president to remain active on this. The claims thing is great. I'm glad he did that. But we got to be vigilant about stopping the oil from leaking and then preventing the oil from coming ashore.
Senator George LeMieux from Florida, thank you very much for keeping us all straight on this. And
thank you, Andrea.
As we continue to wait President Obama's statement,